Now, the young girls are calling this Marry Me pasta, but Auntie knows it as Tuscan pasta. But no matter what you like to call it, one thing I'm going to tell you about this pasta that is good, and I'm going to show you exactly how I made it. So first thing we're going to do is go ahead and start making the breading for our chicken. We're going to get us a bowl. In that bowl, go ahead and add your sprinkle of some cornstarch. In addition to that cornstarch, go ahead and start adding your seasonings. The seasonings I'm going to be using is some complete seasoning. In addition to my complete seasoning, I'm going to go ahead and add in some of that garlic Harlem pepper. Go ahead and add as little or as much as you like, because all of the flour and all the seasoning is not going to stick to the chicken. Most of it is going to be left behind, so don't be afraid to go ahead and add that seasoning. Go ahead and add you some paprika and go ahead and get some of that garlic powder, because you know you got to have that garlic powder. In addition to the garlic powder, I am going to go ahead and add in some of that Tony's Creole seasoning, because that's absolutely one of my favorite seasonings to cook with. After I get that Tony's in there, I am going to go ahead and just mix everything together. And if your flour did not change colors, that means you forgot to add something and you need to go back and add it in there. After you get everything mixed in, you got to make sure that everything is seasoned to your liking just by looking at it and just by smelling it. Now, we supposed to be besties, and besties, y'all forgot to tell me to add the parsley in there. So I had to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of parsley in there, because y'all know I like parsley. Parsley made me feel fancy. After I got my parsley in there, went on ahead and mixed that again, and now we were good and ready to go. First thing we're going to do is get our clean chicken, because I like to clean my chicken. It's just a preference. If you don't, you can go ahead and skip that part. And we're going to add our chicken into our flour and seasoned mixture. Now, I'm going to go ahead and continue this process until I have all of my chicken coated inside our seasoned flour. And no, I did not use an egg wash. I did not use any oil. I just went on ahead and cleaned my chicken, dipped it right into our seasoned flour. We're going to shake off any excess flour and put it to the side to rest. Once all the chicken was coated in our seasoned flour and rested, I used a piece of parchment paper and put it on top of my cutting board. It's now time to go ahead and start cooking it. So I'm going to get me a pan. I'm going to put in just a little bit of butter, about a tablespoon of butter, and I am going to use about 2 tablespoons of some roasted garlic olive oil, and we're going to go ahead and mix everything together. Once I get that mixed together, it's time to go ahead and start cooking our chicken. We're going to put our chicken down in the pan just like this, and what we want to do is make sure we getting that chicken nice and crispy on the outside. Also, you want to make sure it's cooked on the inside and remain nice and juicy. So we're going to go ahead and put our chicken down just like this. Once I get my chicken down, I give it about 4 to 5 minutes. Then I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to cook the other side for about 4 to 5 minutes. Then we're going to remove it and put it to the side. Now, while our chicken is cooking, we are going to go ahead and boil our noodles, whatever choice of noodles you like. For me, I'm going to be using some cavatappi. After I remove my chicken, add a little bit more of that roasted garlic oil. I'm going to go ahead and cook my spinach and my tomatoes. After I get my spinach and tomatoes sauteed for a few minutes, I did go in with some heavy cream. And in addition to that heavy cream, we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Go ahead and let that combine and cook together. And once it's combined and cooked together, you're going to go ahead and start adding in your noodles. Now, I did use the same seasonings for my chicken I am going to use for our sauce, which is going to be some paprika. In addition to the paprika, I am going to go ahead and add in some garlic powder. In addition to the garlic powder, we're going to go ahead and add in some of that Tony's Cajun seasoning. And then that's all the seasoning we're going to use, because the cheese does have salt in it already. Go ahead and mix everything together. Once I get everything mixed together and the cheese starts to melt, go ahead and add your noodles, and then go ahead and mix everything together and make sure everything is nicely combined. Now, to thicken up your sauce, I am going to continue to just add in some Parmesan cheese until my sauce gets the right consistency that I'm looking for. Once it reaches the right consistency that I'm looking for, depending on how thick you like your sauce, then you're going to go ahead and remove it off the heat. Go ahead and get you some plates, because it is time to plate everything. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and get that pasta in the bowl, and I'm going to put a good amount of pasta in there. After I get my pasta in there, I'm going to go ahead and take some of the chicken. We're just going to slice the chicken up, because the chicken had already rested while the pasta was cooking. And once we get our pasta on there, we're going to go ahead and add that chicken right on top. While I was making the plates, I decided to go ahead and throw a piece of garlic bread right into the oven. So by the time the plate was done, my garlic bread was nice and toasted. Went on ahead, add my chicken on top, added me a piece of garlic bread to the side. And because you know I'm fancy like that, I am going to go ahead and sprinkle me just a little bit more Parmesan cheese and a little bit of parsley for just that razzle dazzle. And then dinner was served. And when I tell you this was absolutely so good, you will definitely have to put it on your menu rotation for the week. Now, the young girls are calling this Marry Me pasta. I know it as Tuscan pasta, but when I tell you this pasta sure was good, it is absolutely delicious. Now, this is something that you definitely have to try for yourself, but until then, I'm going to see you guys in my next video, and I'm going to go eat this pasta.